Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are living up to their promise to appoint a cabinet that looks like America. As soon as January 20th, 2021 comes around, then we need in earnest to start reversing the damage of the Trump administration and to go beyond where we were a few years ago to build off of the work of the Obama administration.
I'm fulfilling the legacy of Barack Obama, and you're not.
I'll be surprised to him.
So they're going to be very high expectations on what they do.
Uh-huh.
I want to talk about the policies that have gotten us to where we are with our effectively open border. But let me first ask you about this. You said as recently as this week that the border is closed. Is that still your position today? Border is closed?
The border is closed. The border is secure.
Yes, it is.
Don't you think you bear any responsibility for the current crisis by telling the world earlier this year that the border was open? Your words were, we're not telling you not to come. We're just telling you that we're putting a system back in place in which you can come. I mean, don't you think people took your words at face value then?
But they need to wait with a particular goal in mind. We are not saying don't come. We are saying don't come now because we will be able to deliver a safe and orderly process to them as quickly as possible. Senator, I've never said that the border is open, and I've never believed...
We're not telling you not to come. How would you parse that?
We are not saying don't come. We are saying don't come now. Senator, I've never said that the border is open, and I've never believed that it should be an open border. We have laws that Congress has passed that are laws of accountability and also laws of humanitarian relief.
You did say that we're not telling you not to come, though, right? You said that. You remember that?
We are not saying don't come. I'm sorry, Senator. I apologize.
You remember saying, don't you, that we're not telling you not to come. Those are your words that you said in a press conference. You said that, right?
I don't recall saying that. I don't believe...
You don't recall saying that?
We are not saying don't come. That's correct, Senator. I have never said...
We'd be happy to refresh your memory for you and some questions for the record. I'm sure that is interesting news, and I'm sure everyone will... The Secretary's just said he doesn't have any memory of making those comments. That's extraordinary.
Senator, I have never said that the border is open.
Don't mess with me. I'm one crazy mofo. I had to pop a cop because he wasn't giving me my props in Oaktown. No? I heard that somewhere.
Let me ask you about this. CBP data says that the agency had 178,000 enforcement encounters at the southern border in April. It's the highest in 2 decades. Of that total, what percentage were subject to immediate expulsion?
I will get that data to you. I don't have that at my disposal this morning.
Is it 100%? Is it 60%? Is it 20%? Do you have any idea?
100% of families and single adults are subject to expulsion, except for those with acute vulnerabilities. And we exercise that discretion. However, our ability to actually expel families under CDC's Title 42 authority is limited by, for example, Mexico's ability and capacity, I should say, to receive the expelled families, and that is what we are addressing as a result.
Okay, I think the number is around 60% or so are subject to immediate expulsion, which means we have a very large percentage.
Should someone who is here without documents, and that is his only offense, should that person be deported?
That person should not be the focus of deportation. We should fundamentally change the way we deal with things.
Right.
Let me ask you this. Why is it that this week, actually late last night, it was reported that CBP terminated a flight program that transferred families across the southern border for purposes of expelling them under Title 42. These flights were apparently canceled due to the pressure of left-wing groups. Is that accurate?
Right.
Senator, we make our decisions as we consider to be most effective in furtherance of our mission and not because of pressure by outside groups. I'd be pleased to look into the cancellation of the lateral flights and respond to you after I've done so.
So you're telling me here that the ACLU had no role in the termination of these expulsion flights? Is that your testimony?
Senator, we are addressing the claims of the ACLU. The ACLU has claimed that our exercise of the CDC's Title 42 authority is not supported by the law.
Right.
Right.
You're working with them in the termination of these expulsion flights.
I don't know how to be. No crib on MTV. God only knows. Got my mini-me in the GP. See how it goes. Evil's all that I see. And you ask me my name? G to the Rizzo, E to the Bizzo, I to the Lizzo. I'm a crazy. We all knew that. Austin caught me in the first act. It's all backwards. What's with that? So I'll make a prophecy from the dogs to the mini-me. Give me an Escalade, a two-way bling-bling on eBay. Domino.
Joe Biden and his new running mate, Senator Kamala Harris, they appeared together for the second straight day and called for a nationwide mandatory mask order.
I don't think masks have to be made mandatory nationwide.
Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden said today it's time for every American to mask up.
Every governor should mandate mandatory mask wearing. Just like I don't think masks have to be made mandatory nationwide. We know the single most effective thing we can do to stop the spread of COVID is wear a mask.
In one of his first acts as president, Joe Biden signed an executive order requiring masks on federal property.
This is video of President Joe Biden signing his first executive order called the 100 Days Masking Challenge.
Just like I don't think masks have to be made mandatory nationwide.
You would, in effect, mandate the wearing of masks.
I would do everything on my possible to make it required that people had to wear masks in public. I implore you, wear a mask. As long as you are vaccinated and outdoors, you can do it without a mask. A mask is not a political statement.
The need for this mandatory mask wearing.
Every single American should be wearing a mask when they're outside. If you are fully vaccinated, you no longer need to wear a mask. You still need to wear a mask.
That's what real leadership looks like. We just witnessed real leadership.
He said, but they're making up deaths from COVID because they get more money. Unnecessarily, now we have over 120 million dead from COVID. Estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk. The President of the United States is accusing the medical profession of making up COVID deaths so they make more money.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect.
When am I actually going to get vaccinated?
If Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
There is no vaccine for racism. When am I going to get vaccinated?
That was easy.
That was easy.
What did I just do? Don't worry about it.